Today we're going big, comfort food style. We're making a tried and true classic lasagna that our family has been making for decades.
And what goes better with lasagna than the famous Olive Garden salad?
Welcome back to Dinner and Aside. I'm Angie. Along with my sister Laura, we're here to help you elevate your cooking with restaurant quality meals that you can make at home. So stick around. Your dinner is about to get a serious upgrade. The thing I love most about this meal is the comfort food aspect. It's the first thing I make in the fall. All those layers of gooey cheese and tangy tomato sauce. It's a winner every time.
I also really love the crisp lettuce, creamy dressing, and all the pepperoncinis on the salad. This is basically dinner at your favorite Italian restaurant without leaving home.
We're gonna start by cooking half a pound of lean ground beef and half a pound of Italian sausage over medium-high heat in a nice big sauce pot. Break it up and let it cook for about 6 to 7 minutes until the meat is brown. What we're making is a bolognese sauce, a tomato-based meat sauce that will go in our lasagna. I'm gonna show you the secret to the sauce that we learned on our trip to Bologna, Italy. You probably always put onions in your sauce, right? Well, the key is to add carrots. It adds a really great sweetness that balances out the acidity. Once the meat is cooked, you can drain off any excess grease. Just if there's a little bit is okay. Then we're gonna toss in the carrots and those chopped onions. We're gonna let this saute for about 6 minutes. We just want them to soften up a little bit. Next, add the garlic and fennel seeds and cook for about a minute. Fennel is another thing that people don't often add to their sauce, but for us, it's an essential ingredient. It adds so much flavor, so give it a try. See what you think. Then pour in a large can of crushed tomatoes and a regular can of tomato sauce. You'll also need a small can of tomato paste. Here's a really great tip for you if you have trouble getting it out of the can. You can open both ends of the can, and then you just push it right through. It's easy and mess-free. Add in the beef broth, basil, dried oregano, salt, and black pepper. Stir everything together and let it simmer. The flavors only get better the longer it cooks, so just cover it and let it go for an hour. The next thing that we need to do while our sauce is simmering away back there is to prepare our noodles. So I don't generally like to use the no-boil noodles because they just don't have the same texture. But boiling regular noodles leads to them getting all stuck together and broken. So I take regular ones, place them in a 9x13 pan, cover them with hot water and let them soak for about 30 minutes. These will be ready when the sauce is, so we can assemble it all together.
While the meat sauce is simmering, I'm gonna mix up the Olive Garden dressing. I'm sure you've seen that you can buy this pre-made in the store, and if that's what you wanna do, that's great. But we're gonna make a homemade version today because I think it's always better. The Olive Garden dressing also has a lot of things on the list that you can't pronounce. Mostly they're emulsifiers to make it thicker. Our version doesn't have those things. We're keeping it simple, but it's just as tasty. This dressing has olive oil, white vinegar, mayonnaise, lemon juice, finely grated Parmesan cheese, garlic, Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. You can add sugar if you like to make it sweeter. The original version does have sugar in it. It's just not my preference to add it. I like to do this in a jar so that you can shake it, store it, and pour it all from the same jar. So we're gonna let this sit in the fridge until we're ready to serve the salad.
Does anyone else think that Laura's part is a little bit easy today? I'm over here making an entire lasagna from scratch, and she's over there mixing up dressing. One last component that we need to prepare before we start our layering is the ricotta mixture. Now there are a lot of different ways that you can go with this layer. Some people swear by a bechamel sauce. I like to go with ricotta because it's less rich, but we're gonna dress it up a bit. Use whole milk ricotta. To that, add 1 large egg, chopped parsley, salt, and nutmeg. Stir it until it's fully mixed. You also need 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese and 1 cup of finely grated Parmesan. Now we're ready to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. and lightly grease a deep 9x13 pan. I'm going to dry off these noodles and then set those aside. Start with a little layer of meat sauce spread onto the bottom. Then a layer of pasta sheets. Break a sheet in half to cover any gaps you may have. Spread about 1/3 of the ricotta mixture over the noodles. Then top with the mozzarella cheese. Another layer of meat sauce and a sprinkle of Parmesan. Repeat this layer pattern: pasta, ricotta, mozzarella, sauce, Parmesan. If your pan is deep enough, do 3 layers. If it's a standard 9x13, 2 layers will do. To finish off the lasagna, you want to layer the rest of your noodles and top it with some meat sauce. Then you're going to put the rest of your Parmesan and the rest of the mozzarella. I wish you could smell it in here right now. This is amazing. All right. This is ready to go in the oven. You can make this lasagna up to 48 hours in advance. Just leave it covered in the fridge until you're ready to cook it. I'm going to spray a little bit of tin foil lightly to put over the top so that the cheese doesn't stick. Bake it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. Then remove the foil and bake for another 25 minutes.
All right, now is a really great time to get the salad finished up and on the table. You've probably had an Olive Garden salad before. It's unique for a couple of reasons. One, it's loaded up with black olives and pepperoncinis, one of my favorites. So those are essential ingredients. When we were younger, Angie and I used to fight over who got the last pepperoncini from the salad. We don't go there very often anymore because we can make this salad at home, but I'll always love that memory. It all starts with that chopped romaine and iceberg lettuce, then the chopped tomatoes, the sliced onions, black olives, pepperoncinis, lots of freshly grated Parmesan, and croutons. Toss it all together. Now we can pour on the salad dressing. You don't want to do this too early though, so wait until just before you're going to serve it. And you can toss to coat that. All right, let's give this a try. I'm really excited about this salad. Yeah, that's just like the Olive Garden salad. The tangy dressing, it's creamy, super delicious. It really just takes you right back. And of course, the pepperoncinis always deliver.
Well, since the salad is ready, we should get the lasagna out of the oven. It's gonna need a few minutes to cool down before we can serve it. After 50 minutes total, the cheese should be bubbly, brown, and ready to devour. Look at that. You can see why they call this comfort food. Let's cut a slice. I can't wait to try it. You can't beat a lasagna and a fresh green salad for dinner. It's definitely one of my favorites. I hope you like it too.
Thank you for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and check out the rest of our videos for hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can make at home.